Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards here for Pawsome Stamps and wishing you all a very happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I am bringing you a clean and simple card today featuring the Snail Mail stamp set. This is one of my favourite stamp sets from Pawsome Stamps. I just adore these little snails. So I have here a stitched rectangle, gosh I can't speak, which measures just under 5.5 by 4.25. So it will leave a nice little border all the way around when I attach it to a card base. So I have stamped out my images and I'm just doing some masking here. So I stamped out the grass twice along the bottom there and masked it out. Then I have my little snail and the mailbox, which I am popping on top there. So I stamped my grass first because that's the piece that I want to be in the foreground, and then my mailbox and my snail are going to be slightly further behind. I am masking off the bottom and the top of this, and I'm just going to do a little bit of ink blending on top. So I have used Bristol Smooth Cardstock here for this, and just because I like Bristol Smooth Cardstock when I am doing my ink blending, I find it goes on a little bit smoother and I don't get quite so many kind of smudgy looking bits, if that makes sense. So I'm just masking off the top and bottom because I'm just going to ink blend that panel in between there, and I'm just going to use some pale bluish kind of inks here. These are Concord and 9th inks. So I have Aqua Sky, which is this very, very pale aqua colour, as the name suggests. Makes a perfect sky. It is very pale. I probably need a re-inker for this one because it is running out of ink. So I'm kind of having to go over it several times to get the desired effect. And I'm just kind of blending that on the bottom and then lightly blending it up towards the top of the kind of rectangle piece I have there. Then I'm going to pull out a darker colour. This one is Oceanside, and I'm going to try and go in fairly light with this one because I don't want it to look too dark. I just want to add a slight little contrast between the top and the bottom. So again, just going on and blending that out all over, and once I'm happy with that one, I can lift all of my masks up and take a look underneath. That's when all the fun starts and all the colouring begins. So just, making sure that I've got all that the way I want it. Then I'm going to peel everything up here. I just love the way this looks. It's always quite exciting, isn't it, to see what you're going to get. I'm reaching out for my tweezers here. I can never find them when I want them. They're hiding in, I've got a little jar on my desk that has all my little tools and things in. I can never find them. I can never find the scissors either. They're always missing. But I did get my hands on them eventually, and there we go. Everything is ready to colour in. So I've left my colouring in here today. I'm using my Ohuhu Markers. I'm going to show the colours on screen there so you can see what I'm using. I have pulled out that little bit of masking tape there for the bottom piece. Again, I want a nice kind of clean line along the bottom where my grass is going to be. I'm a bit nervous about doing this because I'm worried that the alcohol marker ink is going to kind of seep through underneath. I'm trying to be quite light-handed with my markers here so that I don't use too much ink and get it kind of bleeding through that masking paper there. It worked pretty well. It's not completely even, but it's not too bad. I think it worked okay. So I'm just going to continue with my marker work here. I always go in with my darkest colour first, blend out with my mid-tone, and then use my lightest colour for my highlight areas. And I'm just using that mid-tone to kind of create all of the bottom piece as well, if that makes sense. So all the line along the bottom is all that mid-tone piece. So I've lifted that up fairly quickly because I didn't want it to hang around and let the ink seep through, and then I can carry on with the rest of my image here. So this is my very last project for Pawsome Stamps. I decided to step down from the design team because I just have so much going on in my life right now. I started a new job. My kids are so super busy at weekends and stuff. So finding time to get crafting done doesn't always happen, which is such a shame because I really love crafting and I really love card making, and I have so enjoyed being a part of the Pawsome Stamps design team. It has been a wonderful experience for me. I'm so very grateful to Julianne for giving me the opportunity to join the team. It was my very first design team ever, and I learned so much from being on this team, and I have absolutely loved all of the gorgeous products and have loved creating with them. So I'm very sad to say goodbye, but it's just, I really want to give this my all when I'm doing it, and I'm finding that I just don't have the time to really sit down and create gorgeous products, which these stamps and dies and stencils really deserve. So yeah, I'm sad to say goodbye, but also wishing everybody else on the design team and of course Julianne all the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of the new products that are coming out and can't wait to see what the design team makes with them. But yes, this will be my last one, so it's a little bit of a bittersweet goodbye. But I'm thankful to be using one of my favourite stamp sets from them for my last card. So here with my little snail, I ended up kind of lengthening his tail somewhat. I couldn't quite see where I hit, because obviously he's hidden by the grass there, where the stamp ended, and I ended up adding a little bit of extra in there, but I don't think it matters too much. I'm kind of using this ochre brownie colour for his main body, and then for his shell I just thought I would go a little bit different and use some purples. I really love snails with purple shells. I don't think I've ever seen one in real life, but anything goes when you're card making. So I just decided to give him a purple shell, and I love this colour combination with the Ohuhu Markers. It's a really pretty kind of softish purpley colour, and I just think it's really pretty, and yeah, it kind of made him pop, which I really wanted because he's a fun looking little snail there with his fancy shell. It's got some little dots on it. I really liked it. So once I've finished up with my snail, I will go in with that darkest purple marker that I pulled out there, and I will add all the little dots with that darkest purple marker. You could of course leave them white, which looks quite good as well, but I just decided to go in with the dark marker and make them kind of really dark purple. Once that was done, I realised that I hadn't pulled out any colours for my letters in the letterbox, so I scrambled back and found a couple of colours that I thought would work. In hindsight, I kind of wish I'd gone with like pink and purple envelopes, because, you know, this is Happy Mail that this little snail is getting. So these kind of, yeah, well, they ended up looking kind of creamy brownie coloured envelopes. Don't look quite as exciting, so I think if I'd done them kind of in pretty pinks and purples, it would have made much more exciting Happy Mail, wouldn't it? But in the end it's fine. Then I pulled out my Sakura Jelly Roll pen here, and I struggled with it. Really struggling with this pen at the moment. It doesn't seem to want to work. So then I hunted around trying to find another white gel pen, and I did come up with one. It's a little bit thicker than I normally use. I think this is a size 1. The one I normally use is a 0.8, so this one is a little bit thicker, but it worked, so I went with it. Yeah, sometimes my Sakura Jelly Roll pens just do not want to work, so maybe I need to invest in some new ones, although those ones are only like a month old, so they should be working quite well, but yeah, it doesn't seem to want to work for me. Then I decided that I needed to find my black Sakura Jelly Roll pen to colour in his eyes, and I struggled to find that on my desk as well. I think I need a good tidy up. Once that was done, I stamped out the sentiment, "A little snail mail for you," which comes from the stamp set just in the bottom right hand corner. And now all I have to do is to mount my card base onto my card, mount my card panel onto my card base. I've chosen to go with a light aqua coloured cardstock for my card base, so everything ties in nicely, and you just get a nice little border all the way around. And then that is it. My little card is complete. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to make. Clean and simple isn't something that I do very often, but I always think it looks really effective. I'm so glad you joined me for my last video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to subscribe to the Pawsome Stamps channel and enjoy these other videos. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.